Look at these two. First, we have the 1940s Wagner. It's smooth as a marble countertop and light as a feather. Second, we have the modern Lodge. It has a texture like a gravel driveway, but it's built like a tank. And most experts will tell you that smooth is the only way to cook. But actually, the factory that made this beauty right here is a pile of rusty bricks in Ohio. Meanwhile, folks at Lodge are still pumping out skillets in Tennessee. Today, we're exposing the corporate betrayal that ran the king of cast iron into the ground. And why the underdog is still selling skillets at Walmart. And I'm Heath Hayley, and I'm here to protect your cast iron from bad advice. And from those big city marketing departments that think you're too soft to handle this metal. Now I know you're thinking that I'm probably going to tell you that you need to spend $200 on a vintage piece of iron just to fry an egg. Well, friend, I am not. I'm going to show you the rise and fall of Wagner and the grit of Lodge. And we're diving into the truth of the metal. And I see it in the comments every day. People saying that my Lodge is too rough and my food sticks, Heath. And I think maybe I just need to sand it down. And the mistake most people make is they think that's a natural part of the iron. But friend, that struggle was invented. It was the friction strategy from the 50s and the 1960s. It was designed to make you feel like your iron was a burden, so they could sell you something disposable. They tried to make you believe that cast iron was a mystery that only a scientist could solve. But Wagner was the gold standard back then, my friend. But in 1952, the family sold out to a car part company. Then a conglomerate bought them. These suits didn't know seasoning from axle grease. I want you to imagine these guys in their clean offices staring at this beautiful iron and thinking, how can we make this look like one of those new modern Teflon pans? They started coating them in plastic and mint green paint. It was a total betrayal of the craft. They stopped listening to the iron and just listened to the spreadsheets. The reason it failed is they traded the soul of the pan for a corporate logo. Meanwhile, Lodge stayed in the family. When the Depression hit, they did not quit. They made cast iron garden gnomes and cast iron doorstops just to keep their neighbors employed. They did not try to be space age, they stayed honest. And that pebbly texture, if you remember my Lego analogy, those unsaturated oils that the experts love are like round blocks. They do not stack. But a stable fat like Crisco on this Lodge, it stacks tight. It builds a shield around this cast iron that can handle this East Texas heat and not peel like a bad sunburn. Now, I want you to picture a show truck at a fairgrounds. It has a chrome grille so shiny you can see your reflection in it. And the paint is buffed and it looks like wet glass. That is the Wagner, my friend. It is beautiful. It is historical. But then I want you to picture a 20-year-old work truck pulling a trailer up a dirt hill in the middle of the rain. It's covered in mud and it has a dent in the fender. And the seats are worn out, but it never stops pulling. That is the Lodge. And the experts want you to believe unless your pan looks like the show truck, you cannot feed your family. Because they want you to buy the fancy space age pans that peel off if you look at them wrong. The truth is that the eggs don't care about the chrome grill. The cornbread doesn't care if it's smooth or it's pebbly. It just cares that you respected the heat and used a stable fat. I mean, let's be honest. You don't need a Ferrari to get to work, and you don't need a museum piece to feed your family. And the fall of Wagner isn't because the pans failed. It's because the leadership lost their way. They traded quality for convenience, and then they lost both. And the Lodge, she's still here because she knows that a workhorse will outbeat a show pony every time. And the reason I'm telling you all this, because it's okay to be wrong about your pans, just as long as you're willing to learn the truth. And we're building a family here where your opinion is respected and the advice is for you. And I want to hear your stories. Did your grandma leave you a Wagner? Or are you breaking in a new lodge? Drop a comment below. If you're struggling with a sticky pan or a rust problem, ask away. And if I don't have an answer, I have an expert that can. And as always, friend, thank you and keep seasoning.